International Women's Day is all about unity, celebration, reflection, advocacy, and action, whatever that looks like globally at a local level. But one thing is for sure, International Women's Day has been occurring for well over a century and continues to grow from strength to strength. We invite you to celebrate with us.
Nutre por completo el corazón del que viene, porque uno encontrar tantas y tantas personas que hacían años que uno no veía y que vengan y abracen a uno y que le pregunten y cómo están, y es algo bien, bien hermoso.
Hi, my name is Tony Barrios, and I'm one of the board members of the Puerto Rican Cultural Center. I was born and raised here in Humboldt Park in the community, and my dad was actually the first Latino elected into the Illinois General Assembly, who happens to be Puerto Rican. So it was a very proud moment for the entire community. Then, fast forward 20 years later, after going with my father to different events and getting to meet key Latino elected officials, I was the first second generation Puerto Rican female to join the General Assembly, which was wonderful. It was a great experience. But in being the state rep, I needed to figure out, how do I give back to my Puerto Rican community? And that's when I would meet with key leaders here in Humboldt Park to ensure that we were still getting resources from the state to make sure that we had programs that would sustain our community. Once I retired from the General Assembly, I wanted to still give back. You can't let go of your roots. So I was able to join the board of the Puerto Rican Cultural Center, and that has just been an amazing experience. Margaret and I, after being on the board, discussed, how do the women feel in PRCC? So we decided that it was time to start a women's committee. And that is where we're at now. We have women who meet on a regular basis and are here putting events together to celebrate the women of the Puerto Rican community.
The PRCC Women's Committee's vision is to promote and encourage women's leadership, women's visibility, and contribution to the work. We seek to be the catalyst to provide a safe, supportive, and empowering environment for work at PRCC.
Hello, my name is Nadia Enriquez, and I work for the Puerto Rican Cultural Center. I'm currently an executive assistant to the executive director, and I also lead the initiative for business development here in our organization. The reason that we're having this event, International Women's Day celebration, is because we see the need to support the women in the community to be able to explore their potential. So for example, I do have a lot of background in business, and as I said, I lead the initiative for business development, and I'm in contact with a lot of entrepreneurs that are women. And I see, like how they have a potential. They have, either they're creative, they do their own crafts, and then they try to sell them. So I support them in that area. Now, in that same way, we have other leaders of our organization that have expertise in other areas, and they're helping other women to be, to find those or encourage those abilities that they have, and nurture that potential they have, so then they can become leaders. So part of what we do here at our PRCC Women's Committee is to support, first of all, the women inside our organization so they can achieve the maximum of their potential, and they can become leaders if that's what they want. Sometimes people don't want to be leaders, but they are. They have other qualities that we can, maximize. So that's what we want to do. We want to create a platform for women so they can feel that they have support, and so we can help them explore and maximize the abilities that they have.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Natalie Romero. I am the granddaughter of Irma Romero. So of course she's my abuelita. My abuelita was my role model, well, continues to be my role model, because of the impact that she not only had within myself and my family, being like my little cousins who were always with her. If you knew her, then you knew that we were always with her, but also the impact that she had within the community. My abuelita taught me to fight for my rights, fight for whatever I feel it is correct, and to do so in any possible way. Nothing should be restricted from pursuing what you want to pursue except for yourself. The only person that can stop you from doing what you want to do is yourself. No one else can do that for you. There shouldn't be any restrictions to doing so. If you know my abuelita, you know that she was always at every protest, at every single event that was hosted for the community. And of course she was disabled, and she was a woman, and she was older, but she was always there, and that didn't stop her from doing the things that she wanted to do. I did attend a 4-year institution, and I did pursue my bachelor's in law enforcement and justice administration. And what I want to do with that is become a police officer here in our community. Of course, that's something that you don't really hear from someone who is from Humboldt Park, a woman, a Latina, in a predominantly white male field and career. Like, you're looked down upon for doing so. But I want to do that because I want to give back to my community, and I feel that the best way to do so is actually doing the action, protecting the community and making sure everyone feels insured and safe. And if I can do it as a woman, a Latina, someone who's young as well, then anyone can do it as well. Any female can do it. My abuelita was a strong woman, a powerful woman, and I know she impacted many people's lives, many people's lives, and she still does to this day. I'm here talking about her right now, and it's been so long since her passing, but like she's always within each other's hearts. I feel that with everything that I want to do with my life.
Hey everyone, my name is Natalie Diaz, Trans Health Initiative Coordinator here at the Puerto Rican Cultural Center. I am from La Ciudad Señorial, Ponce, Puerto Rico, and I arrived to Chicago at the age of 12. Moving to Chicago was a part of searching a new identity. I searched for peers that looked like me and those that spoke like me, and nothing matched until I found Humboldt Park. So living in Chicago has been a blessing, but it has also been a struggle in its own way. A blessing because, like many others that moved from La Isla, I really developed my purpose here. I found that yes, being a teacher, a behavioral therapist, a scientist, a researcher was really cool, but it wasn't fulfilling. And that to me was challenging. Um, but a part of me was always like, what about those that were like me, a part of the LGBTQ community, an acronym that I do not stand for? So when I was asked to be a case manager for a transgender program, my heart was happy and full. Over time, I've come into having into a deeper understanding of myself and others within and outside my community through my work here. I want to continue to be the catalyst engine that brings to the frontline issues that need to be raised and bring consciousness of said issues. There is a global interest on transgender as if this is a new movement, but this is not a movement. Transgender identity has been a part of humanity. Gender identities and sexual orientation are two entirely different concepts, yet somehow we have merged them into one concept. It is my goal to continue amplifying the voices of the transgender and gender nonconforming community and population here in Chicago, as well as neighboring communities. This year, the committee came together and I punched in into having a transgender woman recognized for being her, for having the courage to expose the complexities of her identity and the importance of being oneself despite the opinions and beliefs of others in order to love and to heal wounds.
Hello, my name is Natasha Brown, and I am the Director of Human Services and Housing Initiatives here at the Puerto Rican Cultural Center. I have been in the human service field for 15 years. In my position, I see the needs of women in our community in terms of housing, professional development, educational needs, and additional supportive services. I feel that in my position, I have the opportunity to support women through my job, and now through the Puerto Rican Women's Committee, I have the opportunity to apply for grants and funding opportunities to increase supportive services and programming for women in our community.
Muchas gracias a todas y todos por estar hoy aquí con nosotros. Gracias por el apoyo en este evento del Día Internacional de la Mujer y esperamos que sigan apoyando los eventos que tengamos en el futuro. Muchas gracias a todos.